Hi, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Erica. I'm a yoga, mindfulness, and anxiety coach. And today we're going to be doing a Vinyasa flow practice to bring focus to the mind and balance to the body. So we're going to start in a cross-legged position. If it feels slightly uncomfortable in your knees, you can always raise your hips above your knees by sitting on a block or sitting on a pillow. Once you're comfortable in your cross-legged position, let's take a deep breath in. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears for a moment and sigh it out, relaxing your shoulders. Take one more deep breath in, shrugging up your shoulders. And as you breathe out, sigh and release your shoulders down your spine. And then very gently closing your eyes. And just start to bring your awareness inward. Notice that as you close your eyes, there's a sense of spaciousness. Allow your breathing to normalize. Let it do what it must for the next couple of moments. And then gradually, gently take your awareness to your breathing, slowly starting to expand your inhalations and extend your exhalations. Don't allow any thoughts to frustrate you. First, allow them to come in, and then very gently bring your awareness back to your breathing. I'd like you to start to count your breath. So start to count 4 slow counts as you breathe in and 6 slow counts as you breathe out. Each time, try and extend space between each count, but do it to a point that is not highly uncomfortable or strenuous. Keep the breath slow, smooth, and steady. Just do 2 more full rounds, breathing in slowly for 4, breathing out slowly for 6. When you are done, just allow your breathing to normalize. Take a few moments to have a check-in. And then very gently open your eyes. All right, let's take our hands to our sides. Take a deep breath in, extend your arms all the way up. And breathing out, bring your arms down at your sides and fill the movement with your exhalation. Just do this a few more times, filling the whole movement with your inhalations and your exhalations. Doing one more full round. And then gently breathing your arms all the way up and interlacing them behind your head. And just taking a moment to open up your chest as you breathe in and out. Try not to crunch into the back of your neck or your lower spine. Think of this as a chest opener, not a back bend. Take one more deep breath in and out. And then as you breathe in, bring your head back to neutral and just allow your hands to come down to your knees. Curl your spine, tuck your chin, and just feel a nice lengthening in the back of your spine, in the back of your shoulders. Feel that really nice stretch in your shoulder girdle and your spine. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. And breathing in, come back to center. If you're sitting on a block, you can remove your block. And let's come to all fours. So in your tabletop position, your fingers are pointing forward, your wrists are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. We're just going to warm up the wrists for a moment. So you're going to turn your hands either to point your fingers out to the side or to point your fingers towards you. Just check which one feels the most comfortable. Don't strain your wrists, please. And then once you're there, you can gently sway from side to side. You can do small circles in one direction and then changing directions. And then gently, once you feel like you've got a good stretch in your wrists, turn your fingertips to face the front, tuck your toes in, and just gently sit back towards your toes. But try to tuck all of your toes in. See if you can really get all your toes onto the mat. And you'll feel a really intense stretch in your toes. So you won't probably go back very far. And take a deep breath in here. And out. And then gently coming back up. And patting your feet on the mat. And then releasing. Let's warm up the spine with a few cat and cows. So breathing in, arching your spine gently. Breathing out, curling into a cat position. Breathing in, arching gently. Breathing out, curling your spine. Just doing this a couple more times. Connect the breath to the movement. And then coming to a neutral spine, take a deep breath in, stretch your right leg along the mat and stretch into your calf muscle for a moment. And then on your next inhalation, you're going to lift your right leg parallel to the floor at hip height. Engage in your abdominals. Try and keep your weight centered. Make sure you haven't taken all your weight onto that left hand. And then from here, with your core engaged, as you breathe in, you're going to lift your left arm, shoulder height. Turn your palm in and feel a lengthening all the way from your left fingertips to your right heel. Engage in your core. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out. And as you next breathe out, release your hand and your knee down to the mat. Breathing in, extend your left leg. First, a stretch into that calf muscle. And then on your next inhalation, engaging in your core as you lift your left leg hip height. Turn your toes down, flex well into that foot. Now engage into your core, make sure that your weight is evenly distributed between your hands. And then on your next inhalation, take a deep breath in, lifting that right arm shoulder height. Feel the stretch all the way from your right fingertips to your left heel. Take another deep breath in. And as you breathe out, releasing that foot down. Let's tuck your toes, hovering your knees just off the mat. See if you can engage in that core and see if you can lift up and out of your shoulder girdle. So try and play with that for a moment. See if you dip your shoulders and then engage your shoulder girdle, the difference as you pull up out of your shoulders. Take one more deep breath in and out. And on your next inhalation, just stretching back to a bent knee, downward facing dog. Keep your knees well bent just to allow your back time to flatten, allow your legs time to stretch gently. And then start to pedal your feet. And if you'd like, you can flip your toes over to stretch into the front of your foot, one at a time. And then taking a deep breath in, look forward, walk your feet towards the front of your mat. Hang your head in Uttanasana for a moment. If you'd like extra weight, you can hold onto your elbows. And then make sure that your neck is completely relaxed. You can shake your head no, just to release your neck. And just take a couple of deep breaths in and out, decompressing the spine. Your weight distribution is in the balls of your feet. One more deep breath in, sigh it out. Then very gently release your hands and slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Tuck your chin, your arms are heavy, coming all the way up. Just stand in Tadasana for a moment. Have your hands in prayer position. Close your eyes for a moment and feel where that center point is. So make sure that all four corners of your feet are grounded down into the mat. You can sway from side to side or forwards and backwards to see if you can find that center. And then once you've found that center, notice if your insoles are collapsing down. If they are, engage your insoles to lift them. And then notice how that helps you to grow all the way through your legs, creating length. Try to engage in your core. Relax your shoulders. Tuck your chin. And feel length as you grow out of the crown of your head. Now with that feeling of alignment and length all the way from your feet up to your crown of your head, you can open your eyes if they're closed and take a deep breath in as you open up your arms and bring them all the way up to touch, and then breathing out, swan dive all the way down to Uttanasana again. Breathing in Ardha Uttanasana. Take a moment here, draw your shoulder blades back down your spine, tuck your chin, and then hands flat on the mat. Step yourself back to a plank position. Hold in your plank position. Take a deep breath in here. And as you breathe out, knees on the mat, heart forward, tuck your elbows, and release down to the mat. Breathing in baby cobra. Breathing out, release. And breathing in through a baby cobra to your tabletop. Tuck your toes and into your downward facing dog. As you breathe in, you're going to lift your right leg parallel to the mat. Breathing out is going to bend into your chest, stepping it all the way through. Release that left knee down to the ground. Release your left foot. Release your left foot. And into your low lunge. So as you breathe in, open up your chest. Once your chest is open, take a deep breath in, extend your arms up. Hold it for a couple of breaths. On your next exhalation, left hand down to the mat. Turn your right palm to face the side. You can look up at your hand if that makes you uncomfortable in your neck. You can carry on looking down. Choose what feels right for you. Take another deep breath in. And breathing out, bringing that hand back down. Tuck your toes, step back to your plank position. Knees on the mat, heart forward, elbows in, all the way down. Breathing in, baby cobra. Breathe out, release. Breathing in, tabletop, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. On your next inhalation, left leg lifts parallel to the floor. Breathing out, knee into your chest. Step it all the way through, low lunge. Release your back foot. First of all, find that open chest. And once you've done that, drawing your shoulder blades back and down your spine, take a deep breath in, extending your arms up at shoulder level. Take a deep breath in and out. On your next exhalation, right hand down to the mat. Turn your left hand towards the side wall. And into your twist, you can look up towards your hand if that's available to you. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, hand back down to the mat, tuck your toes. Step back to your plank position. Hold in your plank position and start to pedal your feet. And then staying in your plank position, take a deep breath in, lifting your right leg just off the mat. Breathe out, release. Breathe in, left leg. Breathe out, release. 2 more times. Breathe in, right leg. Breathe out, release. Breathe in, left leg. Breathe out, release. Breathe in, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Breathe in, lift your right leg, parallel to the mat. Breathe out, bend it into a high plank. Step it all the way through, setting up for a high lunge. So the same thing here. If you need to use blocks, you can place blocks underneath your hands to get some height. Take a deep breath in and out. And on your next inhalation, bringing your body up, extending your arms up. Take a couple of breaths. On your next exhalation, left hand down to the mat, right palm turns out, looking up towards your hand. Take a deep breath in and out. On your next exhalation, take your right hand down to the mat. Step your right foot back to plank. And this time, if you want to lower down chaturanga, you're welcome, or you can still place your knees onto the mat. Breathing in Bhujangasana, possibly a bit higher. Breathe out, release. Breathe in, push back, tabletop. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Breathing in, left leg parallel to the mat. Breathe out, bend it into your chest, step it through. Set yourself up for your high lunge. Make sure you're not on a tightrope. Hold it here for a moment. And on your next inhalation, bringing your body erect and extending your arms up. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out. On your next exhalation, right hand down, left hand turns palm out, looking up towards your hand. On your next exhalation, left hand down, step your left foot back and through your vinyasa. So you can choose either knees on the mat or through chaturanga and into an upward facing dog and into downward facing dog. Once you're here, take a deep breath in, side out. Breathing in, right leg up, hip faces down. Breathing out into high plank, step it through all the way into your high lunge. Take a deep breath in here. As you breathe out, take your foot off the mat. Find your balance first into your warrior three. So your hands can either stay by your ears, or if that feels too much for you, you can take your hands to a prayer position. Find your balance. If you're feeling very unbalanced today, you can take blocks and place them on the floor and hold on to the blocks. So once you're here, take a couple of deep breaths in and out. Find that focus. If you come out of it, very gently, without any judgment, make your way back in. One more deep breath in and out. On your next inhalation, you're not going to put that left leg on the floor. You're just going to swing it all the way through and bring your knee up into your chest. I'm going to turn to face you. So with your knee into your chest, open up your shoulders. Take a deep breath in and out here. And into your Vriksasana, your tree. So your tree pose, if you're feeling very unbalanced today, you can take your foot literally down onto the floor just to feel the openness of the knee. If you'd like to take it a bit higher, you can take it onto your ankle or up onto your thigh. Try not to take it onto your knee joint. It puts a little bit too much pressure on that joint. Once you're here, see if you can open up that knee without letting your opposite hip rotate. Keep that opposite hip facing forward. So find your place, find a spot to focus on, and then take your hands to prayer. And from here, you can either stay here or you can change your arms. There are a number of variations that you can use. Ultimately, if you're feeling very balanced, you can look up towards the ceiling. And if once again you come out of it, you fall out of it, just gently, mindfully, without judgment, bring yourself back in. Feel yourself growing up and out of that supporting leg. Don't sit in your hip. Engage your core. Take one more deep breath in and out. And on your next inhalation, gather it all back in. Bring that left knee in. And from here, you're going to go through into your Virabhadrasana number 3 once again. So I'll face the side again. So just pushing that left heel back towards the back or side, I guess. You can keep your hands at your heart or you can extend them once again. Take one deep breath in here. And as you breathe out, step it back into your lunge. Take one deep breath in and out. And as you next breathe out, release your hands down. Step back to your plank position and choose your vinyasa. Choose what you need. If you need to take a break, you can always go into a child's pose and take a few deep breaths. Wherever you settle, take a deep breath in and sigh it out. And on your next inhalation, if you're in your child's pose, come back to your downward facing dog. And then taking a deep breath in, lift your left leg parallel to the mat. Breathing out, bending it into your chest. Step it through, high lunge. Take a deep breath in and out here. And then on your next inhalation, stepping onto that left foot, take the weight on first, focus on a spot, and then hinge yourself into your warrior three. If it's too much for you to stretch your arms out, you can have them out at the sides or at prayer. Focus on a spot. Remember, if you fall out of it, gently come back in. Keep breathing. One more deep breath in and out. On your next inhalation, you're just going to hinge that right foot all the way through, bend it into your chest, and we're going to set up for your tree pose on the opposite side. So bend your knee in well, and then choose which position. It might be different on the opposite side. You might feel more balanced on one side. So wherever you're at, find your position, find your arm variation, focus on a spot, and don't forget to breathe. Take one more deep breath in and out. And on your next inhalation, bring it all back to the center. Bring that knee back. And then see if you can go through your warrior three. So breathing in, pushing that right heel back, and choosing your arm variation for your warrior three. Hold it for a moment. Deep breath in and out. And on your next inhalation, very mindfully stepping that right foot back into your high lunge. Take a deep breath in. And breathing out, hands flat on the mat through your vinyasa, yogi's choice. You can choose knees on the mat or through chaturanga. You can take a child's pose. And wherever you settle, take a deep breath in and sigh it out. And making your way back to downward facing dog. Breathing in, right leg parallel to the mat. Breathing out, bring it into your chest. Step it all the way through into your high lunge. You can possibly take it into a crescent now. Extending into a gentle arch. Take a deep breath in and out. And on your next inhalation, coming all the way up, bringing that left knee into your chest. Extend your left leg. Take a breath here. And on the next exhalation, cross that left ankle across your right thigh. Take your hands to prayer position. And sit as if you're in Utkatasana, chair pose. So slide your hips back. See if you can see your big toes of your right foot. And either you can stay here, or I'm going to move back a little bit. Or if you'd like to go into a balance, you're going to take your hands down to the mat, shoulder width apart, bend into your elbows and hook that left foot around your right upper arm and rest that left shin onto your left upper arm. And then as if you're going into crow pose, look forward and then gently see if you can start to lift your foot. And very gently when you're done, coming back very slowly and mindfully. Seeing if you can find your balance. Come through that Utkatasana position. And then stretching all the way up. Extending that leg again. Bringing that knee in and pushing all the way through, briefly through Warrior Three. Stepping back to your high lunge. Take a deep breath in. Breathing out, hands down to the mat through your Vinyasa, the yogi's choice. If at any time you need a child's pose, please take it. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. One more deep breath in. Sigh it out. Find your way back to your downward facing dog. As you breathe in, left leg parallel to the mat. Breathing out, bend your knee into your chest. Step it all the way through. Make your way up to your high lunge, possibly into a crescent. Take a deep breath in and out. On your next inhalation, bring your body erect. Find your balance on that left foot. Bend that right knee into your chest. Extend that right leg. And then on your next inhalation, bend your right knee, cross it over your left thigh, and find that Utkatasana variation. Make sure you can see your left toes. Slide your hips back. And then from here, if you would like to stay here, you can stay here, or we can go into the balance. So from your Utkatasana variation, you're going to take your hands down to the mat, hook your right foot around your left upper arm this time, rest your right knee, and then looking forward, find your balance, and lift that leg. And then very slowly, when you've had enough, you'll come back through your Utkatasana variation. Bring your arms right up, hug your knee into your chest, stretch that right leg, and then see if you can go through your Warrior Three and step it back into your high lunge. Take a deep breath here. And as you breathe out, hands down, high pancho, through your Vinyasa, yogi's choice, and into your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, you'll settle down in your child's pose. Take a few deep breaths here. Allow your body to completely relax. side out. One more deep breath in and out. And very slowly bringing your body back up, coming to a seated position. Taking one hand onto your heart center, placing the other hand on top. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out. You can now take this clarity and balance with you into the rest of your day. Thank you.